The Hubble Areoscope is operational in just significant functions following it lose one of the gyroscopes necessary to spot the space vehicle. The observatory, outlined as one of the largest essential research tool always created, was located in secure regime above the weekend time scientists try to fix the issue. Hubble had been operational in 4 persons of its 6 gyroscopes while one of them unsuccessful on Friday. The scope was start up in 1990. Following the gyroscope fail at the weekend, controllers tested to selector on a various A, but how was found to be faulty. How foliage Hubble in just 2 completely function gyros. At any taking into account period, Hubble as necessary 3 of its gyroscopes to job for optimum effectiveness. Operators will now try to restore the gyro how malfunctioned while flying controllers tested to give it on the internet to substitute the unsuccessful A. If the guilty gyro turns out not to job, the orbital observatory may include to work on A. The would save the left gyros for as length as probable, but would limit the scope partly. Dr. Rachel Austin, Vice Mission Statement Chief for the Hubble Areoscope, tweeted, "Really tense weekend. Order now HST is in secure regime time we drawing out which to do. Else gyroscope unsuccessful. At first move is try to give behind the recent gyroscope, that had been away, and is creature problematical." On the issue of switch to one gyroscope, she added, "This schedule has ever been to fall to one gyroscope regime while 2 stay down. There isn't lot distinction among 2 and 1, and it buys lot of additional monitoring period. That the Space Society wants desperate. He explainable, in how feeling, he's not a disaster. Yet, if he's indication else part on the scope has dead currently, it does conduct you to trust how the watch is tick off on the common life expectancy. It would be a really large embarrassment. The Areoscope is very precious by the Astronomic Society, and monitoring period has to be thoroughly controlled since of the top consumer demand. The James Webb Areoscope, JWST, is Hubble's nominated heir, but it has skilled a episode of intermittent and will not start before 2021, at the 1. Astronomers include newly been speaking on how they can expand Hubble's lifetime so how it could go on to be the Astronomy Society. In lot respects, James Webb is departure to be really excellent to Hubble, but not in each honor, told Professor Tanver. Down there are several things we're just departure to be capable to do in Hubble for the predictable next. So, down there's been a large expect in the Astronomic Society how Hubble could go on making how kind of scientific though while James Webb was start up. Hubble has 2 types of gyro. 3 of an older type, and 3 more recent gyros how were anticipated to recent 5 times much longer. The older type had inflicted multiple problems above the year. The one that unsuccessful on Friday was the recent of these unique gyros. Yet, while one of the more recent gyros was switching on, it misbehaved. Mission statement crew members are encouraging it can be driven behind, but the is by no tool guarantee. Controllers now requirement to solve if to work Hubble in a couple gyro regime, and while one of such fails selector to A, or, alternatively, run it with one gyroscope, expect for how to failure up switch the recent one on. Dr. Austin implicit the issues in the gyros were fully in link in consumer expectations. She tweeted, "We knew it was upcoming. The gyroscope lasted on 6 months much longer rather than we mind it would, nearly stretched the pin on it behind in the springtime. We'll job via the issues and be behind."